guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Hourglass 2021 holiday release, the Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe Unlocked. So exciting! So let's take a look at this palette. This is what it looks on the outside. It's like a tin can. It's a tin tray. So it looks on the bottom. I like that it's got this, well, the pattern's kind of weird. I won't lie. The pattern's weird, but I like that it's not gonna get like super fingery all the time. Like, I'll show you my Natasha Denona. Look at my Natasha Denona palette. It's just filled with fingerprints. And you guys, I know. But look, it's just like, it's actually not that bad. But, I mean, you can get a full fingerprint of this. This one will not. It's very smooth. But yeah, I like that it's tin. It seems very sturdy. Let's take a look on the inside. You get a nice big mirror. And these are the colors inside. It just has like a little magnet clasp, which is really nice. I've been really excited to get this palette because I've never ever tried any Hourglass stuff, because let's be real, it's expensive. I think it's 80 US for this palette. So it's five shades or products for $80. It's steep. It's real steep. But there's so much hype around Hourglass. It's ridiculous. So first we have this big boy is Radiant Light, the finishing powder. Then we have Rose Heat, the blush, and then Coral Flush, the blush. And then this is the bronzer called Radiant Bronze Light, and then this is the Solar Strobe Light Strobe Powder. So apparently these three are new formulas and these are in their permanent collection. But I'm very curious because there is also a lighter palette. So they released two palettes. I'll pop it up somewhere. And this is the darker one. This bronzer doesn't look very dark. Like, it looks pretty similar in color to the highlighter. It looks pretty true to color in the camera as it does in real life, so mildly concerning. Okay, let's try. So I've got foundation on, but no other face products but foundation. So first I'm going to set my face with the Radiant Light setting powder, finishing powder. I'm just going to, I'll just set one half first and see what happens. It's pretty translucent, matches my skin tone so far. I mean, it's a finishing powder, dude. This side has the finishing powder, this one doesn't. I'm a little underwhelmed. I mean, it just kind of, like, it's a finishing powder. It's a slightly, like, almost glittery, no, a slightly silvery finishing powder. It's kind of also grayed me out a little bit, which is not great, but it's I think, interesting. Let's do the other side for matchy-matchies. So, I spent $80. I spent $80 US on this. Okay, so my first impressions of the finishing powder. It's pretty meh. Just meh. That's all I can say. Like, it mattified me slightly. But it's not texturizing or anything like that, which is always good. But yeah. Didn't really do that much. My bank account is crying. Okay, let's try the bronzer. So I'm gonna go in with this, the Radiant Bronze Light bronzer. The one that looks kind of light. Well, it looks like it's definitely bronzing a little bit. It's not that pigmented. I will say. I'm gonna switch brushes to something a little bit more dense. Just so I can get maximum color payoff. It's definitely showing up. Is it revolutionary? No. All my hair. Like, so far I'm not super. It's got like a very sheer base. It's definitely shiny. Like, I don't know how I feel about that on my forehead. My forehead's glowy. But that's all these products are pretty glowy. I don't think there's anything matte in here. So if that's an issue for you, I would say maybe give this a skip. Oh, like, it's definitely doing something. It's definitely doing something. It's just not super pigmented. And it's supposed to be the darker palette, so I don't really know how that's going to work for anybody who's like, maybe you could get away with this if you were medium, because I would say I'm on the lighter spectrum of medium. But like if you're tanner than me, oofed. It looks nice. It's not texture emphasizing. And it blends really nice. That I will give it credit. It blends really nice into the skin. I'm just gonna put it in here. What do you reckon? I mean, I'm a little underwhelmed. I look slightly bronzer than before, but I wouldn't say I look like I've been in the sun. I guess if you want really naturally beautiful makeup, it's nice. But yeah, I think this color, you're gonna struggle if you're darker than I am, which is like really surprising because these blushes are so intense looking. Like, they're so intense looking. And then this bronzer is just kind of like very light. I don't know what they were doing. We will see. Alright, now I'm going to put Rose Heat. I think I'll put that on this side. Oh. You see what I mean? Uh-oh. So, like, the blush is crazy pigmented. And then the bronzer's just kind of pigmented. Like, that doesn't match Hourglass. They're supposed to both be pigmented, or one only. Oh, I really went here. This is also a really shiny blush. Like, it's entering into the realms of like a blush highlighter, like blush topper type. It's really shiny, but it looks really nice. I like it. I like the blush. Is it revolutionary? No. Do I have other blushes like it? Yes. But it's nice. It's nice, and it blends like a nothing. Like, it took me 2 seconds. I don't know. I have conflicting feelings right now. It's like, it's nice, but it's also $80 US. So I'm gonna try Coral Flush, the other blush, on this side. This is, to be honest, they all look shiny in the pan. Okay, I'm gonna do Coral Flush on this side. I'm gonna anticipate that this will also be highly pigmented. And just gently, oh no, this is less pigmented. It's still pretty pigmented. It is definitely a pinker, like, this is a more like a rosy red, and this is a more like a hot pink, baby pink, kind of peachy, no, not peachy, I would say like a hot, like a baby pink, red tone, pink. I hope you can see that. So yeah, but also pretty shiny. I'm just gonna put that across my nose because I like it. But yeah, I definitely have I have the Juvia's Place. I don't know if it was actually technically a blush palette, but their pen sizes are so big. but there's I'll look up the name and I'll put it in there. I have a Juvia's Place palette that like has pretty similar kind of color story to this, although it is less shimmery. And this is really like, this will blend into your skin. It doesn't, I just don't get it. I just don't get it how like these can be so pigmented and then the bronzer can be not pigmented. Where is the logic? Nowhere to be seen. Okay, let's try the last one. The Solar Strobe Light Highlighter. Highlighting powder, I think it's called. No, sorry. Strobe powder. I'm just full of sass today, I guess. Alright, let's try it with a brush, because I always use brushes. Okay, well, I think I can get behind the highlighter. Ooh, yes, I can get behind the highlighter. Ooh. Guys, look at this highlighter. They weren't kidding when they said the word strobe. And I like it because when you turn your face, there's like no casting happening. It really has like a transparent base. It's a very nice golden highlighter. Okay, I like the highlighter. The highlighter is nice. The highlighter is nice, the blushes are nice. The bronzer's okay. And the setting powder is just a setting powder. I don't get it. I'm so confused. I'm just gonna keep adding this highlighter because it's the thing I like the most. Let's do some swatches. So like this is gonna be kind of useless. This is the finishing powder. Which you're not gonna be able to see because it's a finishing powder. See, like it's just a tiny bit shiny, which I don't know if you want that in a finishing powder. Like, as a person with oily skin, I want my finishing powders to be matte, and then I'll add like highlighter to it or whatever, so that I don't look like an oily mess. Alright, well this is Rose Heat. Well, swatch is really pigmented. This is what I mean. Pigment, no issues. So pigmented. See, it's the same shininess as the finishing powder. And then we have Coral Flush. A bit higher up here. It's also nice. Not as shiny. And much more sheer. And then we have the bronzer, the Radiant Bronze Light. Where should I swatch it? Here? See, now this is what I mean. Like, it's very shiny, but it's almost the color of my skin. It's just like, just a hair darker. And I'm not that dark. So I don't really know how this is gonna work for a lot of people. I think it will just turn into a highlighter if you're much darker than I am. So beware. And then lastly, the highlighter, the strobe light. I'll do that over here. Now, just look how metallic that is. But look, it's got the bronzer, the highlighter, I'm losing my mind. Am I losing my mind? I don't know. I'm confused. But on my face, it doesn't look like I put highlighter. It looks like I put bronzer there. So maybe they're just wizards. I don't get it. I'm so confused. Anyway, that's what the highlighter is blinding. It looks really nice. Definitely gives you that like lit from within. You've been eating your vegetables and drinking your water kind of look. Who doesn't want that? It's nice. My overall thoughts for this palette are, I like the packaging. It's very sturdy. I like the size of the mirror. I find the finishing powder very underwhelming. I think you could easily get something like this from the drugstore. Like, it's not anything revolutionary. The blushes are very pigmented and they're very nice, but also nothing super special. The bronzer, it's not very dark. It works for me, but just. I'm like a bit disappointed, I have to say, in the bronzer. And then the highlighter is probably no pun intended, where this palette shines, because this is the thing that actually shows up. They all blend super nicely and give you like, yeah, just the lit from within healthy skin kind of look. Like I definitely feel like I look healthy, but it's, yeah, a little bit underwhelming for the price as well. It was expensive. I mean, I'll keep using it. It's just for the, I think the value for the money. That's what's really tripping me up. Because it is so expensive. And it's like, I was hoping that it would like, well, you know, makeup's not magic. Gotta remember that. But yeah, no, like let me know if I'm using it wrong, because it could definitely be user error. I know lots of people love this and I'm just surprised by how underwhelmed I am. So let me know. And if there are other Hourglass products that you really like, because I've never tried anything from the brand before, I thought this was a great way to try stuff because it's like 5 products in one palette. And I know like their other products are usually quite expensive as well. So I thought, I love face palettes. I love face palettes. It's the truth. It's my weakness. I have many makeup weaknesses. Face palettes is one of them. So yeah, I couldn't resist buying it. I like the fact that they do this for most holiday releases, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like and subscribe if you want to see anything more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!